Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. Do you know what happened 2 years ago today? That's right, Overwatch 2 got announced, and the question is, what the hell has happened since then, and what has been going on, and what do we know? Well, in this video, let's just take a look back, because I think we've got, well, a pretty troubled development of Overwatch 2 from when it potentially began back in, I want to say, early 2018, probably just after the Blackwatch or the Retribution event, which hit Overwatch, which of course was the best archives event we ever had, and probably, well, there's no probably, it was the best seasonal event we ever got for the game. I think after that, they pretty much decided, you know what, we're going to make Overwatch 2, and it's going to have a heavy PvE focus. Now, there is a little bit of good news before we get into this video, because there was, from the recent investors' earning call, where Activision Blizzard basically say, this is what we're working on, this is what we're doing for their investors, there was a key milestone met for Overwatch 2, which I believe is what's known as content lock. That basically means they've decided on what they're going to put into the game, and that's what they're going to work on. Of course, we know that Overwatch 2 is still probably a fairly long time away, but I just want to take you guys back through memory lane, because it's kind of, it's great. And it's also really sad. Anyway, let's do this. All right, let's get stuck into this. So I'm going to jump into my beautiful small camera right about now. Oh, let's do it. Okay, cool. First thing I want to show you guys is this. This is from a very special, like, press area. You guys can kind of see, like, down the bottom here. There's a bit of railing. I'm sort of hanging over the edge. This is the main arena at BlizzCon back in 2019. This year, what they decided to do is run all of the big announcements, I think, from this floor, instead of doing it in the various different arenas, which is what they usually did the couple of years prior to this. Anyway, what we're about to see is Jeff. And actually, I will show you this from the perspective of me, again, because this is kind of not the usual footage you'd be used to seeing. So Jeff's about to come out, the legend himself. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the video, because I didn't actually film what he said after that, because I had to run to the demo stations, which I might have a picture of the demo stations somewhere, but basically I had to run to the demo stations because I was with Siegel, XQC, and Fran, and we were to play Overwatch 2. Now, at the time, we lost our goddamn collective minds because it was the Rio mission. It looked like, oh my God, this game is pretty much finished. Are we going to get this in 2020? It's going to be awesome. What we didn't know is that was basically all they had. That was literally all they'd made. There was nothing else that was made for Overwatch 2 at that moment in time. And a lot of things obviously have changed, things like the talent system, which we know a bit more information about now. Anyway, yeah, it was cool stuff, right? You got to love it. So this was Jeff coming on. I'll just get rid of the sound because it is a bit annoying if I talk while other people are talking. So this is the broadcast that you would have seen if you were part of, if you were watching it online. So yeah, Jeff comes out. He's very excited. This is Overwatch 2. Goes into detail on what we're going to see throughout the weekend of BlizzCon, and it's going to be awesome, right? There's all this new information coming out. It's just going to be fantastic. Everyone's getting hyped. I think even at the time, after, like, I'm literally running now to the streaming stations to stream the game. I'm thinking, oh my God, the 0 hour cinematic we've just seen. Are we going to play that? Is it going to be like us against this massive Omnic in Paris? And it wasn't. It was the Rio mission, but hey, it was okay. So yeah, we got this and it's cool. Remember, guys, this is 2019. This is 2 years ago today. You can see the date down the bottom here. November, well, you can't because I'm blocking it. But take it from me. It's November the 1st, 2019. Overwatch 2. Hype. Let's go. It's going to be awesome. What we didn't know is how long away this is actually was. And all of the turmoil that went through Blizzard and even through the Overwatch team after this. So let's pause, Jeff. And let's jump forward to this. Because, and again, I'm going to pause this. We're going to get to see Jeff again. Hello. This is Echo. And this is March the 19th, 2020. The last significant piece of content to be added to Overwatch. After this point, that was it. Jeff said to me, I've actually got the interview on my channel. If you guys want to go and check it, search it out. I think if you search for Jeff Echo interview, it should come up. Jeff said to me, I was the first person outside of Blizzard to be told this. That's it. We're making no more heroes for Overwatch. We're working on Overwatch 2. So I'm thinking at the time, you know what? This means it's really super close. This can't be that far away. It's not 2 years away, right? Overwatch 2 must be coming out at the end of 2020. Because remember, also at BlizzCon in 2019, the devs did say with Jeff, and I think Aaron Keller was with him at the time, did say, we're going to go quiet for a year, which I think was a horrifically bad idea, but we're going to go quiet for a year. I think sent the message out to everyone. We're going to really crunch and get this game. Maybe I shouldn't use crunch in terms of game development, but we're really going to slam this game together and it's going to be ready for 2020. So it will be worth the silence. Of course, that's not the case, and now we know that. And as diehard Overwatch fans, it is super sad that this is what happened so far with the development of Overwatch 2. Anyway, Jeff, awesome, cool stuff. I mean, I actually went over to Irvine and got to check out Echo. It was cool. We made videos on it. Again, it was great. But this is what we love as Overwatch, fans of the game, right? We love heroes. Heroes are the lifeblood of this game. For them to stop making heroes was such a literally criminal decision. It was unbelievable. They wrecked their own game. And now they're just hoping that Overwatch 2 can save it. Now, there are reasons why they've done this. And this is what I believe has happened, right? And I don't even think it is a belief. I think this is truth, right? Overwatch doesn't make money. Loot boxes don't make money. They need to make money. Why would you keep putting effort into producing heroes that go into Overwatch 1 when it's not making you any money? You want Overwatch 2, you need to retool your monetization system. Then you can start adding content to it. Look at games like Fortnite. Look at games like Apex Legends. Look at Warzone. All these games run that way. Overwatch doesn't. You bought the game and got loads of free content. In a way, you can look at it like this. Actually, it was an amazing deal. I bought the game for $50 or whatever it was, and I've had 6 years of content. This is incredible. Loads of heroes, maps, all that stuff. Seasonal events. Thing is, though, that doesn't wash. And as much as I think the game developers literally do not give a shit about how much money a game makes, money is what the management care about. And if your game's not making money, they're not going to give you time and resources to build more stuff for that game. They want you to make another game that maybe can do it if your previous game was successful. Anyway, let's move on. So if we go back here, we got Echo. That's cool. We jump forward. I'm going to mute this again. This is Kanazaka. And this came out in January the 12th, 2021. Now, you may notice there is a massive gap between 2021 and Jeff talking about Echo in 2020 in March. Yeah, this was the next sort of bit of content that we got in the game, if you don't include seasonal events, which I'm not including because they're literally copy and pasted. They just have new skins. And here's an interesting fact. Most of the skins are not made by Blizzard. They're made by a company in Germany. Blizzard designed them. Their concept artists put them together, but it's all outsourced. So some of them maybe are made internally, but they're not. If you go on ArtStation and have a look for the new Overwatch skins for whatever seasonal event, you'll see a lot of them are credited to artists in Germany it's literally a company that does this. It makes cosmetics for games, and that's what's going on. Of course, they are using the template Blizzard have given them. But yeah, it's not I don't want to say it's not effort. It is effort, but it's, yeah. So yeah, we get Kanazaka. Now, Kanazaka is a deathmatch map, which means they can plug it into Overwatch because it's going to be available in Overwatch 2. And I think this is the theme running through their new content updates when it comes to Overwatch. They're not going to put anything into Overwatch which is specifically made for Overwatch. It has to be made for Overwatch 2. And because they completely changed the way the game's played, with it being 5v5 and new heroes and reworking a lot of the heroes, they can't put them into Overwatch 1. Again, a stupid decision. I don't know why. They didn't just go, you know what? Overwatch is now 5v5, guys. Deal with it. We're just going to start balancing the game that way, because at least we get content then. And you know what? We could have new bloody heroes coming into the game. Or could we? Because remember, the graphics engine is being updated in some respects. Still looks like Overwatch to me, but hey. Yeah, so Kanazaka, great stuff. Then we move forward and we come to this. This is Blizzcon Online. Now, this was in February the 19th of 2021. So this year, earlier on in the year. Now, this begins the news updates this year for Overwatch 2, of which we've had this, and we've had the PvP update, and then we had the Overwatch League finals, bit more PvP information, which came out. We still haven't been given any PvE update, and I really am, maybe again I'm being stupid here and just wishing for the best, but I'm hoping we do get something this month. Normally it's BlizzCon this month, right? So maybe they want to show us some PvE. I don't know. But we already know BlizzCon was cancelled this year, and it was going to be next year in February again for BlizzCon Online 2022. But that's also been cancelled now. So there's no BlizzCon happening. So, but apparently they're still going to show us stuff when they've got stuff to show us. Anyway, she's left as well, by the way. She was one of the lead producers, I believe, and she's gone. So it's a major hit to the team. Chaco left. Again, I think he was We'll get onto him in a second. I can't remember what his role is. He's like an executive producer or such, basically in charge of what's being like the direction almost of what bits and pieces are being made. Again, I'm not a game developer. I can't really explain in too much detail, but these are top members of the team leaving. Obviously, Jeff left as well, which was not great. So yeah, we got this, and this had a bunch of information if I jump through. So it had the stuff with new PvP. Didn't tell us about 5v5 because that got saved until later in the year. Showed us maps like there was Monte Carlo just there, which is cool. Little bits of updates. I think some of the reworks to the heroes. Hero missions are explained in this. Progressions and talents. Now, this was something which I believe they showed in a lot more detail in this. Yeah, so kind of here. I think they're about to show it. There we go. So if I pause here, this. So this was like, wow, look at this. This looks super detailed. This is way better than what we've seen in 2019. So a lot of work's gone in almost a year later. We get to see this, which is dramatically, like, you know, updated. There's a lot of stuff going on here. And we'd imagine that this is still the case right now. And these are all for every hero, and this is for PvE. Obviously, it's not available in PvP because that would be stupid. But yeah, we're like, okay, cool. We get to see a bit of information here. That's great. But remember, this is all like little iffy nuggets. Like, one of the issues I've got, I think, is like, it's not jealousy, because I don't think jealousy is the right thing to say, because it's not like I am forced to make videos in Overwatch. I just like Overwatch, yeah. But when you look at games like Apex, when you look at Valorants of this world, when you look at even Fortnite, I'm not going to talk about Fortnite because I don't play Fortnite. Terrible game. But I'm just terribly bad at it, but whatever. Apex and Valorant, they get loads of content coming out, and you look at Overwatch and you're like, oh my god, it's so sad that we're not getting that. But the thing is, I hope that when Overwatch 2 does launch, we do get that. I think there's issues as well with the way the Overwatch team was put together. It was not made to support a game that is a modern game, but you would hope the Overwatch 2 team is, and the team's been expanded from that. But then you've got to ask questions. Why is the director left? Why is senior producers left? Like, what's going on? Like, do they not agree with the direction? Is the direction not what they wanted? There's loads of things. I don't think we'll ever really know. But yeah, anyway, let's carry on. So cool bit of info here. This was like a little bit of showing you different PvE things. It's like a drop pod there, and you've got different like enemy units and stuff that they're testing out. Again, it's all very early, isn't it? It's all very like alpha, early, super duper, internal alpha. You've got things like them again showing you the other enemies off. You see little bits of the UI which have been changed. You then see like a new, I wanted to call him Cassidy. New Cassidy. I almost said the old name. Yeah. Story development, bits and pieces. We got to see a bunch of maps here, actually, I think, in this section. So we got to see India, I think. Hopefully the map isn't just called India, because, you know, that's a country, guys. Surely it'll be called something in the country. It's not like King's Row is England, is my city. So, yeah, all of this stuff goes through. Great. And then there's just like a little bit of a wrap at the end. So this is what we've got so far from 2019, which is cool. Then I'm going to pause because this is the PvP live stream from May. So this is the next update we get. Now, at this moment in time, this is where they pretty much announce to the world that, in fact, I'm on this stream. So let's see if I can find my ugly face, because I'm around here somewhere. If I pause it here. I think it's this map I was on for. Yeah, this is in the middle of massive steroid use, and not illegal steroids, I'll have you know. It's for IBD, which I've got, and I was taking a ton of steroids, and I had a really bloated face. So anyway, I got to chill and see what was going on with this, which was cool. But yeah, this was them announcing that Overwatch 2 will be 5v5. It's the big bit of news, the biggest news we've had all year, really, about Overwatch 2, because remember, we don't have release date, we don't have beta date, we don't have monetization, we don't have anything, really, to go by. Which again makes it super difficult to keep sort of interested in Overwatch. Like, it is, I want to show you my YouTube channel, I think, at the end of this video, because it is a miracle that it was even a thing that this many videos could be made since 2019, which just goes to show you, also a little corgi there, but you can very clearly see what people want from Overwatch. It's new content, new heroes, right? It's not a bloody, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to work that out, does it? Yeah, because when you're rehashing the same stuff, people get pissed off, right? And they stop playing the game, and they don't want to consume the content, which is like the issue we've suffered from for the last 2 years, as well, even a little bit longer than that, 2.5 years as content creators. Anyway, did that actually have my name on there? I don't think it did. Did it say Stylosa? I don't think it did. I think it's telling us who the caster is. And did it? Did it say Stylosa? Did it? Oh, Lord, did it? Let's have a look. It seems so weird just seeing 5, doesn't it? Come on. Was I on there? Yeah, I'm not a streamer. Well, I suppose I am in some respects, but there you go. Anyway, let's move on, because we got this. Like I said, it was the PvP thing. It was at the Overwatch League finals back in May. 5v5, that was the big news. Great. Then we move on to this. Now, this, in fact, there are some key things which happened before this, actually, which we should probably talk about, but we'll talk about that towards the end. You can kind of see it on my tabs. I've got, like, Jeff leaving open and Chaco leaving as a tab, but we'll get onto that in a second, because those things, or at least Jeff leaving, happened before this stream, obviously. So, yeah, the next thing we get, because what I'm focusing on here is, like, content that we've got, like credible news that's to do with the game, not things going on behind the scenes. We get this. Now, this is developer update crossplay. This is Aaron Keller. He's taken over as the game director. It's his second dev update, because his first one was just like, hi, I'm the new director. Thank you and goodbye. Now, this actually, like, so I think the developers got a little bit excited over this, and specifically Aaron Keller, because he was talking about this in a lot of interviews, saying there's a massive update coming. The dev update is going to be huge. Everyone's going to love it. Huge update to the game. It was just crossplay. Now, technically, this is great, right? Because it means, well, a crossplay, right? So consoles can play with PC. That's great. Yeah, that's what you want, especially for Overwatch 2 when you think of PvE. You definitely want that. You want to play with your friends and go through these missions. Just think about Destiny 2, right? That's what you want, right? Cool stuff. But I think that's something developers get super pumped about and excited. Players of the game, you don't really give a shit. You might do, because like, okay, cool, I can play with my friends. But you don't, because you're just like, mate, this game's 6 years old at this point. I want new stuff. But this is, again, goes back to that whole thing of, this is to do with stuff you can make for Overwatch 2 and plug into Overwatch, and then pass it off as a bit of content and go, guys, we still remember you. Here we go. Here's crossplay. Now, like I said, crossplay is great for the game. It totally is. Making out like it's a huge upgrade and everyone's going to love it is maybe a bit of an issue. But again, the problem is they don't have much they can talk about. So they're kind of pushed into a corner to do this. So anyway, crossplay. Good, great. Then we move on to this. Now, this is the playtest from October, which... No, hang on. Was May the Overwatch League finals? Am I getting confused here? No, I totally apologise, actually. Yeah, I apologise. I may have said earlier on in the video that May was the Overwatch League finals. Of course it wasn't. This is the Overwatch League finals in October. That was just the PvP stream, basically. So we knew it was 5v5 at that point. This, however, is pros playing the game. So you can see if my brain is just wrecked by, like, there isn't that much stuff to talk about, and it's just like... Anyway. This is pros playing, not developers, so we get to see better quality of play. And this was during the halftime of Overwatch League finals that were held in Honolulu. There was a bunch of other games that were played, which I think this was part of maybe being uploaded, or maybe this one was shown. But we went over this in on the channel. I talked about the D.Va sort of rework, the tank reworks and stuff like that, the Genji reworks and things like that. But what this gave us is a bit of a better look at New York, which again looks like an Overwatch map. But again, it has to look like an Overwatch map because it's supposed to be Overwatch, right? But yeah, it kind of gives us a little bit of a better look as to the way Overwatch 2 is going to play. Still not ideal, but better than watching the developers play together. So yeah, it's content, right? It makes sense because it's during the Overwatch League finals, and the Overwatch League is PvP, right? I mean, Overwatch is PvP. So yeah, it made sense. We got to see this. I think it was fine, right? It was fine. Like, gave us some stuff to talk about. It also did highlight a lot of things where, like, you know, you look at the Hanzo there. That's Hanzo, old Hanzo portrait, old soldier portrait. Is that even a new Batiste one? I'm not sure that is. It might be. It might be. I can't remember about Batiste. Yeah, the Mercy one's new. The Sombra one, I don't think that is. And the D.Va one isn't. So basically, these little things, you would think they would look, you know, they'd have these in the game right now. But again, maybe this stuff is made. They just haven't got it in this build of the game, whatever. But when you're putting this out there publicly, it kind of looks like we're still doing a lot of work on the game. And it does make you a bit disheartened as a fan of the game, going, well, this map looks playable. Can't they put this map into Overwatch? Like, what's going on? You know, it's like, well, because it's 5v5, mate, so we can't do that. It's like, oh my God. Anyway, I could rant about that forever. So I want to show you this, right? This is the Play Overwatch YouTube channel, and this gives you a sort of picture of what has happened since the launch of Echo. So Echo is where I'm saying Overwatch support has gone, because it is. Like, that's the end of it. Final hero, but even up until that, things had slowed down. I mean, we got Sigma before that, and I think it was probably like an 8-month gap from Sigma to Echo, I want to say, where we were getting 3 heroes a year, which was, was great. Like, and also, I will say this as well. If you think that having a hero wrecks the game and it's bad for the game, or having a lot of heroes added to the game is bad for the game, it never is. Honestly, you keep adding heroes, even if it messes up the meta or does whatever to the game, it makes it fresh. That's what you want. It's like the lifeblood of these hero-based games. Look at League of Legends, right? Look at Valorant. Both run by Riot. They know. Keep putting heroes into the game. League's got a stupid amount of heroes, but they keep adding them, or champs, whatever they call them. Valorant, agents, they add them all the time because they know this makes the game fresh. Add an agent, add a new battle pass, add a load of cosmetics, add a new map. Let's go. Let's do this every couple of months. It's great. Keeps people coming back for more. And I just hope that this happens with Overwatch 2, because if it doesn't, it's just going to peter out and it is going to die off. Anyway, so we've got Echo. Then we look through these videos, right? We've got a communication update. Jeff, this is where everyone start working from home. Improved communication wheel, great. Open queue competitive becomes a thing, great. Seasonal event comes back, great. Cosplay battle, always cool to see. Sigma's Maestro challenge. Now, these mini challenges were a nice idea, but they just kind of get lost in the fact that they're not really much content. It's literally a skin, and go and win what I believe now it's like 27 games. Well, maybe not 27 games. Play 27 games. I think you get double, don't you, for a win, or maybe 3 for a win or something. I think it might be double, actually. I know they have changed this. But it's literally just an event to get a skin. It's a reason to make you play the game to get a skin, where I don't mind that. Some of them had lore as well. Like, I remember the Mercy one had lore. So it's kind of okay. Like, it's fine. It's content. It's whatever. We've got these sort of clips. I don't know what these are about. Summer Games comes back again. You just get new skins. A little bit of a variation on Lucio Ball. Developer update, Tracer Comic, and Challenge. So, yeah, again, Jeff just like trying to keep us involved in what's going on, making dev updates. Again, this is something we haven't had for a long time. Like, dev updates have literally stopped, which I don't think is great. Because the issue they've got is they're working on Overwatch 2. We know they are. It's not a secret. I don't know why they're not talking to us more about what's going on. Even if it's just the game director sits there, talks to the camera, and goes, hey, we're working on this, we're working on that. See you next time. But then Blizzard have always got an issue with, we're not going to say we're working on something in case we don't launch it, because then you'll blame us for not doing it, blah, 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 blah. I'd rather know something. You know what I mean? Anyway, we get a few more of these, a few more of them. Halloween Terror comes out. Tim the Tapman, for some reason, on the channel. Symmetra Story and Challenge, another quick dev update, just talking about the Symmetra Restoration Challenge. Winter Wonderland comes around. And then we go back into into this year, and we start off with Kanazaka. Wow, cool stuff. We get Year of the Ox, again, great. Then we get this. So this is where things started to change. So we get the first look well, not the first look, but, well, it is. It's the first look since 2019 as to what's been going on with Overwatch 2. And this was for BlizzCon Online, because, of course, remember in November. Was it cancelled in November? Anyway, whatever. But it's the first meaty look at the game, apart from 2019. We've got a bunch of videos here where they broke stuff down, like, let's tell you how we've made the new Tracer, new Roadhog. In fact, this is just how we draw them, isn't it? This isn't how we made them. Yeah. Creating a soundtrack, blah, blah, blah. Then you go through and you get the Zen one, great. Pashimari Challenge. I mean, I remember that as if it was yesterday, and that was like 7 months ago. This was cool. This was probably one of the fun mini challenges they've done. I liked what they did with this. Archives comes back. It's the same. Overwatch League thing, great. The dev update. So this is Aaron Keller takes over. So in 5 months, we get a dev update there with Aaron Keller taking over, and then we get this, a dev update saying Crossplay's here, and that's all we've got. Now, to be fair, he did appear on that's the Overwatch League finals. He didn't appear on that. Oh, no, he did appear on that. Sorry, he did, because him and Jeff Goodman were on that. But obviously, he did appear on the Overwatch 2 PvP stream, which is down the bottom there. So he has appeared, but yeah, we've only really had two dev updates. Then we get a bunch of like soundtrack stuff, which is fine. Deadlock Challenge, and of course now we're in the Halloween event, which is what finishes tomorrow if you're watching this video live, and then back into Winter Wonderland, I think. Now, it must be said, there was going to be I'm going to say the name, McCree storyline for November, I believe, but that was cancelled. Obviously, because he needed renaming to Cassidy, and then all other kinds of associated bits and pieces. And I don't think that's going to go forward with any kind of like updated story, or if there is, maybe a comic will come out and it might include his name. That's probably what we'd expect to see this month. And it maybe we get another, because we are due another challenge event, because the last one was 4 months ago. I mean, it sounds crazy, doesn't it, to say it? The last one was 4 months ago. Like 4 months ago. What the hell? It's crazy. But again, we do know that they're working on Overwatch 2, so it's hard to like shit on them, isn't it? Like, that's the problem, because they're committed, and Overwatch 2 should be fairly close to going into a beta, you'd think, especially if it's being used for Overwatch League. So I want to show you this before we get into talking about people who left the Overwatch team. So we've got this, right? Overwatch League Season 5 will use an early build of Overwatch 2. Now, this starts in April 2022. Now, the hope here is this is almost like the smoking gun that confirms there will be a playable alpha or beta in some description out at this time, which means that I'll be able to play it and make content, which I'll love, which means that probably all of us can be able to play it, and it'll feel fresh again. We'll get new updates coming to the game because we're playing Overwatch 2 and we're not playing Overwatch anymore, kind of so to speak. Or this might just be just for the pros, and we don't get to touch this for another year. And then at the end of the year, we maybe get some sort of beta that comes out. I will be very disappointed if that happens. I want to get my hands on Overwatch 2 as soon as possible, because there's so many issues with the game. Because the devs talk about Overwatch in an Overwatch 2 context. We're playing Overwatch, so none of it makes any sense. And it's really hard to get our heads around what's going on. We need to play the goddamn game. And I hope that this is something which happens soon. Because if it doesn't, we are super suffering as a result. Anyway, talking of suffering, April the 20th, we all know what happened on this fateful day. Jeff left. And I think, does this include... Yeah, so Jeff leaves. And literally, there's no fanfare. This makes you wonder what the hell has gone on here. Jeff's obviously just absolutely snapped through for the amount of pressure on him or decisions that upper management were making. We'll never really know. And he's literally just gone, right, I'm out of here, I'm leaving. They've said to him, Jeff, you need to say something because we need to do a press release. And he literally sent this through to them. He just says, I'm leaving Blizzard Entertainment after 19 amazing years. It was truly the honor of a lifetime to have the opportunity to create worlds and heroes for such a passionate audience. I want to express my deep appreciation to everyone at Blizzard who supported our games and our teams and our players, but I want to say special thanks to the wonderful game developers that shared in the journey of creation with me. Never accept the world as it appears to be, always dare to see for what it could be. I hope you do the same. GG, Jeffrey Kaplan. And he's gone. We were like, oh God, this is not good. This really isn't good. And of course, a statement was released. Oh, look, Aaron Keller's now the boss, whatever. Now, the thing with Aaron Keller is he's a great guy. I've met him, but he worked very close with Jeff. And he's been at Blizzard basically as long as Jeff anyway. So really, he should be able to step in and take over. But it does make you think, doesn't it? Like, what's going on there? Why has Jeff left? Was Jeff completely against the direction the game's gone in and Aaron wasn't? Or Aaron's willing to make allowances for stuff? We'll never know. But it is very worrying, obviously. Worrying news. And then we get this anyway. So 22nd of September, we get Chaco Sonny is leaving Blizzard. Now, this person, you'd think, like, who the hell is this? Like, I met Chaco, only very briefly, for the first Overwatch League final in New York. And I'll be honest, I didn't know who he was. I didn't really know what he did, but he was just part of the development team. But he was, I think he was, I should have Googled this before I come into the video, but I'm sure he was like the lead producer, basically. Let's just roll with that. I can't see what it's saying he is here. Okay, it's actually in the title. I am a cabbage. Executive producer. He basically was the boss producer. He left. It makes you wonder, like, what the hell's going on? Why is he gone? Yes, of course, we know there's a lot of issues going on with Blizzard. All the harassment stuff which is going on is still ongoing and such, so it's not been great. Now, what I want to do here is I want to go to my YouTube channel, because I want to show you guys something here, because this is kind of like a little bit of behind the scenes of the way, I don't know, like the way I think. Probably not the way everybody thinks, but the way I think. So I want to make videos that you guys love. And the last, I haven't made I mean, what's this? This video, it says 1 week ago, but it's pretty much 2 weeks ago at this well, maybe it's about 8 days ago, this video. I want to make videos, and it kills me that I can't make content. Now, I could make loads of Overanalyze, loads of Guess the Rank, but I feel like I am really beating a dead horse. Like, I want to make these videos, but I also don't want to flood the channel with content that maybe not everybody is enjoying. That's kind of the diplomatic way of saying it. The exact way of saying it is no buggers watching these videos. Why should we make them? I know you guys still are. I know there's like, maybe 20k viewers or whatever. That's fine, but they take so much effort to make. You start thinking, well, can I do something else with my time? So here's the thing, right? We look at this channel. Yeah, it's my channel. It's a bit surreal, me sitting here going, we look at this channel. But look at what has been made. So McCree's new name, I mean, he got renamed to Cole Cassidy, right? So we talk about that because it's a big bit of news. This is a YouTube short, so this is kind of like going over the experimental changes, which there has been an update about, which these changes are not going to go into the game, I think. Anyway, we've got an opinion piece here on It's the Same Game, talking about Overwatch 2 and why it looks like Overwatch 1 and why it has to, and a couple of the reasons around that. That performed pretty well. We had a developer AMA. Now, this is the developers talking about stuff on Reddit, this was, but they're giving us insight as to Overwatch 2 development and directions they may take certain heroes. They talk about Doomfist being reworked. This is good because this means we can then talk about new bloody content. Again, it resonated with you guys. You loved it, like 114,000 views. That's great. We love that. 120 loot boxes. This was me just being an idiot. I didn't expect this to get any views, so I don't really care about that. I just did it for a laugh. I don't know if you guys can see, but my face is actually in the bottom of the thing. So that was like, whatever. Halloween skins, again, okay. But here's the thing, right? Those videos generally don't do very well. Some YouTube channels do fine with them, but not for us, because a lot of you guys are getting bored. It's like, okay, it's just new skins again. Like, whatever. It's the same event we've had for 6 years. Like, we just come on, Blizzard. Like, that's the prevailing mentality, I honestly believe, because it's like that for me. I like checking the new stuff out, but less and less people want to check it out because less and less people are engaged. What you guys are engaged with is Overwatch 2 and where the game's going to go. So that's what you want to know about. So then we've got the D.Va rework information, which is kind of like the tweaks and rework to D.Va from the Overwatch 2 footage we've got the Genji and the Soldier, again, the reworks and the tweaks to those heroes. We've got the Brig and the Mercy. Again, you guys are really interested in that. Then we've got an opinion piece again on has Overwatch killed its own hype. See, the thing with these opinion piece videos, I really love doing them, but they're just overly negative. And if I do too many of them, I honestly, it makes me suffer because I'm like, all I'm doing is moaning about this game. Like, why am I wasting my time with this game? Like, why should I be doing this? I want to be excited. I want to be happy about the game. I don't want to sit here and go, well, they've managed this terrible. Oh, God, that's bad. Oh, because it's crap. Like, no one wants to do that. I look at the workshop. Now, this was Squid Game was a thing, and I was like, Squid Game. I hadn't watched it before making this video, but I did subsequently watch Squid Game, which was, I think, pretty predictable, but whatever. It was okay. Yeah, workshop. I wish we could do more looking at the workshop, but again, it's such like a niche thing. Not that many people are super interested in the workshop. Some people are, but it's a difficult thing. We got a bit of news here about Overwatch 2 and healer nerfs and is Mercy going to be trash in Overwatch 2, which was enough to make a video. Great. We got a bit more stuff on Sombra and Bastion's reworks. Again, this is all from the PvP stream. You can see I kind of done a few videos here off the back of this. We got a sort of a YouTube short which just shows you Bastion stuff, and then we've got a bit more stuff on that. We've got Bastion's rework. And then we've got big new update, which was a live stream of the Overwatch League Grand Finals. A lot of these videos came from the same stream, effectively, because I was trying to break down the new information we got. A bit of a tease to an Overwatch 2 update. Bastion rework tease before that. And yeah, like, this is where things sort of... Like, I don't mind talking about Overwatch 2, and you guys want to talk about Overwatch 2, and I want to show Overwatch 2 to you guys. But this is where we start getting some issues. So, things like spectating. I spectated a bloodthirsty support. Now, this is overanalyzed. But because of the way the algorithm goes with YouTube, basically had to rename overanalyzed to that to try and, get more people interested into it. And you can kind of see, like, when we start scrolling through, you'll see a bunch of videos. Some do fine, some do okay. But at the end of the day, the issue is you have to be... Like, I am the creator here. I'm the one that sits down and makes these videos. And I want to make videos when I am, like, I have to be pumped to do it. Like, that's just the way I work. Like, I need to be in it. I'm like, oh my God, I want to make this video. Let's go. Like today, I wanted to make this video because I'll be honest, what happened was on my phone, I don't know whether you guys will be able to see this, and maybe I've got stuff on my phone you shouldn't see. Hang on, it's not showing me anymore, but it basically came up with the 1st of November on this day over the years. That's what it was called. And it's just BlizzCon, BlizzCon, BlizzCon. And I've seen in it the picture of all of the everyone waiting for Overwatch 2 announcement. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah. I can't believe it's been 2 years since we've been told about Overwatch 2 and Overwatch 1 support has stopped. And we're just sitting here and we've been waiting for 2 years for this game to come out. But like, the only saving grace is when you scroll through this and you look at, you know, what happened this year. I mean, I think it's insane that literally, like, from here, this is 6 months of videos that I've been able to make. You know, some of them maybe were not great, some of them were okay, but only really recently, when we start getting into talking about Overwatch 2, people are starting to get more interested in what's going on. I think I'm going to leave the video at that because I'm getting a little bit ranty, I think, at the end of this video, just talking about what's been going on with YouTube. I guess the way to end the video is this. So this is my notepad, right? And what I do in my notepad is I type, or I write, basically. Let's go ugly big cam. I write down in this notepad what I'm going to do and what I'm working on, and sort of like my philosophy when it comes to video production. Now, be under no illusion, I love Overwatch. If I didn't, I wouldn't have made thousands of videos on it. Right? I think that's quite obvious. But I want to talk about Overwatch 2. I don't want to keep talking about Overwatch because I think I don't mind talking about it if it does something. But when we're just going over it again and again and again, I feel like I've made this video before. Even when I make like an overanalyzed, I'm like, I feel like I've done this video before. It's a mercy on Hanamura. How many of them have I done? Oh, I've done about 4 or something. I'm like, I've done this before. And I don't really want to do that. I want to talk about new stuff. I want the new, exciting stuff. And I've got to be into it to do it myself, right? Because I think that shows in the videos. You can see that I'm excited. I want to get you guys excited. I want to show you the new stuff, not just go over and over again. Anyway, what I'm trying to find in my thing. Where did I even write this down? Because this sums up why I haven't been pumping videos out. Because it basically says, I will... Yeah, so it just says, stop forcing videos when there is no content. And I was like, well, have I been forcing videos? I think I probably have. Because and I'll be totally honest, I'd be doing it like this. I would go, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to record a bunch of overanalyzed, maybe make some guess the rank or something like that. Yeah, we might call them spectating bronze or whatever, but it's basically overanalyzed, and we're just going to go for it and we're going to throw them out there. But then I feel to myself like, I've just made these videos for the sake of it. I've made them because, did I really want to make them? Yeah, I probably did. But I've made them because I feel like I should be making them, because I feel like I haven't made any content. And I'm really trying to get that out of my head, because I just want to make videos when it's fun to make videos. You know what I mean? This has been a very long end to the video as well. I apologize, guys. But yeah, the moral of this entire rant has been, it's been 2 years since Overwatch was announced. We've had very minimal content since then to talk about. Hopefully things start picking up and we can start talking about it more. In terms of content for me, right now, I'm honestly just thinking I make videos when there's something to make a video about. Maybe I'll start making a bunch more overanalyzed. I don't know. I can't actually answer that question for you guys. You may have noticed as well, I'm wearing a new value hoodie, which is going to be on sale shortly. So if you guys want to support the channel, you will be able to do it that way if you like, which this is really cool. I mean, you guys can see it's got like embroidery and stuff on it. I kind of feel a bit silly because I feel like this is to do with overanalyzed, and I feel like I haven't been making enough. I mean, if I jump back to this, when's the last overanalyzed I made? A month ago. I think this is Guess the Rank, right? Yeah, that's Guess the Rank. So, wow. I can't even. That's a Guess the Rank. I think this was overanalyzed, you know? So 2 months ago, probably. All right, guys, this video has turned into a video that needs to end right now. Thank you for watching the video. There will be more content. Stay tuned for it. Follow me on everything, which is at Stylosa. And yeah, I'll catch you lovely, lovely lot when there's some goddamn Overwatch 2 stuff to talk about. See you on the next one. Toodaloo.